Good afternoon. There are special moments when people look back and evaluate a life or an era. Time is, after all, simple the stringing together of a number of events, some small, others significant. This event can speed by quickly, but each one can have an effect on the greater whole. A lifetime of seemingly mundane events can pass in what seems like the blink of an eye, until one looks back to examine them and realizes just how much has filled the space. My name is Ms. Rocio Roman Oquendo. I am a claims specialist at the Social Security office located at 2127 West Lawrence here in Chicago. Today with me in the studio is my guest, Dejanette Cummins. DJ, how are you today?
Hi, I'm great.
And our phone technician for today's show is Andy Salega. So please, DJ, introduce yourself.
Sure. My name is DJ, and I'm a claims specialist also at one of the Chicagoland offices. I specialize in Social Security income. That's a supplemental Social Security income payment program. I've been with the agency for about 6 years, and I'm happy to be here today with you.
Well, we want to remind our viewers that you are watching a live interactive call-in program brought to you on CAN TV 21 to discuss Social Security matters. We invite you to call in with your questions. The phone number in the studio is area 312-738-1060. One more time, the phone number where you can reach you right now is area 312-738-1060, and the phone number will appear in the bottom of the screen during our show, so you can call us at any time. While we are waiting for our calls, we will start on today's topics.
Okay.
So, DJ, did you know that Social Security celebrate this year 81 years?
Yes, we did.
And that in these 81 years, Social Security has helped a lot to the nation. And one of our biggest workload is Social Security cards.
Exactly. Along with Social Security cards, though, we do have every single payment has made a big difference. One person at a time. Stringing those payments together, and it is remarkable what positive effect that Social Security has had on our current economy and society. Social Security itself has established to help older workers support themselves in retirement today. Social Security is much more than just a retirement program, though. Social Security also provides benefits to people that are not able to work or disabled, and families when a worker passes away. In so many ways, Social Security has been able to benefit America.
That's right. Now, we are, of course, towards the end of the year, ready to celebrate our holidays in a couple of weeks. And with that, next year, besides celebrating the New Year's, is also the tax season. So because of the tax season, I want to our viewers to understand and to know how important the Social Security number is. And how can they do if they need to get one or get a replacement card. So what can you tell me about that?
The most important thing is that your 9-digit Social Security number is in place to help us maintain accurate records of your employment, of your wages, of your income, as including self-employment earnings if you own your own business or have your own business that you've set up. And it allows you to monitor your record once you start actually receiving Social Security benefits. So what else do you think would be great with the Social Security cards? Why are those important?
Well, I want to remind our viewers that it's not necessarily for everybody to carry the Social Security cards in their wallet, because it's a very important document, and lately we see each day a high number of fraud, identity theft. So please do not carry your social security cards in your wallet. Another suggestion is to try to memorize the number, because basically they, as I mentioned before, they don't need to present the card. If they know their social security number, in most cases that is all what they need. And I also want to remind them that there are right now in most of the Social Security office a very long waiting time just for the amount of claimants that want or need a replacement Social Security card. And that lately, if someone lost their Social Security card, they can get up to 3 replacement Social Security cards, but no more than 10 replacement cards in a lifetime. So this is one of the reasons why it's very important to keep and secure the Social Security cards, because eventually we are not going to be able to provide a replacement Social Security card, and since a couple of years we are not providing printout of the Social Security number as well.
Right. We're not currently providing a printout. You're absolutely right, Rocio. But most importantly, what would be the best thing for you to do if you need a Social Security card is to visit our website, www.ssa.gov. On the website, you'd be checking a couple of things. First, you'd be checking your office hours to see where your closest location is, the hours that the office is open. And then secondly, and also importantly, you want to check and be sure that you have the proper documents so that when you come into the office, you have the proper pieces of identification so that we can mail you out a Social Security card. As she mentioned, some of the wait times are longer, so you want to make sure that when you do get into the office that we're able to see you, and that we're available to see you, and that you have the proper ID when you do make it up to the window. I want to remind you at this point, we have a caller.
Yes. Good afternoon, caller. Hello?
Yes. Hello?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like the question I have is, like, if you retire in the middle of the year and you go and apply for your Social Security benefits, do they hold that against you, that earned income from between the first of the year and the time that you retire, to indicate when you're going to get your next Social Security payment?
Okay. The month or the date that the person will receive the payment, it depends on...
Okay, you're fading in and out. It's... Hello?
Uh-huh. I can hear perfectly.
Hello?
Yes. Well,
Hello?
the answer will be that it depends. Basically,
Hello?
when are you selecting to start receiving your benefit? Like, for example,
Hello?
if, as you mentioned, you're requesting your
Hello?
benefits to start in the middle of the year, let's say June, usually Social Security Administration pays
Anybody
1
there?
month benefit the following month. So if your first month of entitlement is in June, more likely you will be receiving your first check in July. And the date that the person will, the time that the person will receive the check, it will depending on the date of birth. Like if someone was born between the 10 first days of the month, the benefit will be arriving, in most cases direct deposit, towards the second Wednesday of each month. If the person was born between the 11th and the 20th, the third Wednesday, and from 21 to the end of the month will be receiving the benefit towards the fourth Wednesday of each month.
Okay.
So that was just to answer our first caller question. Now, as you can see here in the website, there are different information about publication forms. If you just want to mail the forms, you can come to the website, you can print it. There's information about the Social Security number, Social Security updates. You can now, this is something very new, you can check the application or the appeal status. If you want to start with the benefit planner, you can do it. And it's a lot of information. Now that the winter is very close, if there is something that the offices are closing or there are an emergency, you can check here in the website. There is a lot of valuable information.
Okay, and I just want to add to that, Rocio. You do want to take a moment and visit our website at www.socialsecurity.gov. That's .gov. You can retire online, but most importantly, what you can do is make an estimate or estimate what your future benefits will be with retirement online. In doing so, that allows you, just as she said, to pick the date where your first retirement check would begin. And it allows you to see what your benefits would be, when you will select them to start, and it allows you to make an informed decision and have that information and your different options right in front of you. And that is the power of going online to www.socialsecurity.gov. www.socialsecurity.gov. Please remember, our phone lines are still open. 312-738-1060. We'll take any more retirement questions or any kind of disability questions that you may have. We're here for you.
And just to continue with our topics today, how about the requirement to get a replacement Social Security card?
The requirement to get a replacement Social Security card, well, we do have to have a valid identification. That means something that's current. And then most importantly, we need to have the information, in an original format. So that means we don't take a copy of anything, including an ID. We do not take a copy. You have to have an original passport, an original driver's license, an original state-issued identification card. We do take some alternative documents, so please check the website and see what those alternative documents are, just in case you don't have those documents available. And we do have the online application for the Social Security card, although you will need to bring that application into the office in order to get your Social Security card, or your other option is to mail in your actual hard copy, original, I correct myself, your original identification to your local office and wait for processing on that.
And something that I want to add is in most cases we see, it seems like we have another call.
Oh, great.
Good afternoon, caller.
Hello?
Yes?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to ask a question. I have to do about 6 years of a minute return, and I need to include self-employment tax so that you can get credit for, for your full benefits and Social Security. So I wanted to know, is there a special way I have to do that? Because, when I fill out the SE form, I'm just going to have one total, but I want to make sure the person gets the 4 credits for the whole year because they're going to have enough income to, satisfy 4 credits for a year. So is there a special way that I put on the SE form to make that happen?
Well, I'm sorry.
You want me to answer? Oh, sure. Okay. Thank you for recognizing that person is going to need some additional credits for retirement. But what we don't want to do today is give out tax advice. You can contact the IRS directly for that information. And we get our records and information from the IRS, so Social Security will update those things.
Oh, okay. So I have to call in, and they might tell me what I have to do then.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for your call today.
All right, thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right, bye.
Okay, so just continuing with our topic today, I've seen a great number of claimants who comes to the office with birth certificate, and they think erroneously that because they're bringing their birth certificate, they can get a replacement social security card.
This
What
is
can
true.
you tell us about that?
That doesn't work. The birth certificate is actual evidence or proof that this person was born. The reason that we ask for a current and valid ID is because we'd like to know, or the agency needs to know, the current status on this person. So the birth certificate cannot be used for identification for adults. The birth certificate can be used if there is a child or a baby, a newborn, that has never had a number. That's the only case that will actually use the birth certificate. Was there something else you want to add on that, Rocio?
Yes, about the birth certificate, those are needed only in cases where there is a mistake, like we need to do a name correction that is misspelled, or the date of birth or the place of birth are incorrect. In cases like that, like those, yes, we do need to see the birth certificate. Also, in regards to babies, if the baby don't have a social security number, then we need to see it. But here in Illinois, in most cases, when the mothers are admitted to have the baby, the process, along with the process to get the birth certificate, everything is done basically at the hospitals. They send the information to Social Security, and the card will arrive to the address that the mothers gave at the time to be admitted. Automatically, usually it takes like 6 to 8 weeks. So it's not necessarily for the parents to go to the office, because in most cases the process has been initiated already and they don't realize that. What is very important is to have the baby's name in the mailbox, just for security purposes, especially in cases where the last name of the baby, it may differ with the one that is usually receiving in that particular household.
Yeah, that's an excellent point, Rocio.
Yeah, and something else that I would like to, besides birth certificate, lately with all those changes that has been done here in Illinois in regards to the IDs and driver license, we have seen several group of people with the new temporary, like
Paper.
like paper ID. Those are temporary, but those documents are not valid to get a replacement social security card. So please, it would be better if you can wait until you receive the actual card, state ID or driver license, the new ones, and then you can go to the Social Security Administration to get a replacement social security card. Exactly. And then just remind that if someone has the old IDs or driver license, as long as the document is not expired, they can still using those for replacement cards.
Right, and those are excellent points, Rocio. But just remember, even a parent coming in wanting to get a number for a newborn, the parent still must have that valid identification that's not expired. If you're coming in for a name change and you have a birth certificate, you still also must have the valid ID that's not expired. Okay?
Yeah.
Just want to remind everyone that we're waiting for you to give us a call at 312-738-1060, 312-738-1060.
Another document that I just I remember that a lot of people are using is the Medicaid cards from the public aid office.
Yes.
Exactly, that is another issue. Several years ago, the Department of Human Services here in the state of Illinois, they changed those cards, and those cards are not longer showing the expiration date.
Right.
So this is one of the biggest issues, and for this reason, we are not longer accepting the Medicaid cards. It seems like we have another caller.
Oh, great. Okay.
Good afternoon, caller. If you could please lower a little bit your volume.
Hi. Good afternoon. Can you turn down the television, please?
Thank you.
How can we help you today?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Yeah, I have to ask you a couple questions. I'm liking your Social Security program on TV, on television, and I have a couple of questions to ask you. One is, I'm disabled for working. I'm 84 years old, and I'm getting Social Security.
Okay, great. What's your question?
I haven't been able to work for the last year, over a year and a half. I work with the city of Chicago,
Okay.
and I'm getting Social Security now. Well, I'm entitled to anything now because I'm disabled to work.
Okay.
Hello?
I didn't get your question. What was the question?
No.
Hello?
Sir, could you please
I
get...
can hardly hear you.
Hi.
What is the question? What's the question?
Can you turn your television down for me, please?
Information television down?
Please turn the TV down.
Could you please repeat your question?
Okay, my question is, I get Social Security office payment. I get $3,000. My apology. I get $1,200 a month, and I work for the city. I was working for the city. I'm disabled now. I've been disabled for about a year and a half.
Okay.
Well, do I entitle any more benefit than what I'm getting now or no?
Okay, thanks for your call.
Okay, if you are already receiving disability benefit, what I don't have clear is if you're receiving from Social Security Administration, we are already paying you the maximum amount of money that we can pay you based on your earnings record.
Right.
Now, if it was that you were receiving benefit from the city of Chicago, then I encourage you to contact Social Security Administration to look further in detail into your earnings record to see if you may be able to receive something or to calculate benefits, because unfortunately, but I couldn't understand exactly that.
Yeah, but that you're
detail,
right
which,
on, Rocio. You're right on. Yeah.
Which make a big difference. So at this point, I will say just to contact us directly.
So we can
go
do
to your
a
local
review.
office and
Yeah.
we will review exactly where you are.
Yeah, I think we have another caller, Rocio.
Good afternoon, caller.
Can help.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Well, Janet, DJ, it seems like we are almost done with our time. I just want to remind the viewers that if you still have more questions, you can call our 800 number, which is 1-800-772-1213. You can call us. We are the lines are open until
they're open from 7 a.m.
7 a.m.
to 7 p.m.
to 7 p.m.
Central Time.
Exactly, Monday through Friday. So please call us if you have any other questions. You can also go to your local Social Security office.
Right.
And
the easiest thing to do is to log in right online to www.socialsecurity.gov. If you go right down to the bottom, we do have a section that is frequently asked questions. And a lot of times you can find your question already there, and you just click on it and your answer instantly appears. So thank you for calling in today.
Thank you. So on behalf of our hotline team, me, Rocio Román Oquendo, your host, my guests, DJ Cummins and Andy Salada, our phone technician, thank you for joining us for this edition of Social Security Hotline 21. We wish you, each of you, a very pleasant and safe evening, and be sure to tune in again next Wednesday for another edition of the Social Security Hotline. Good night.
Good night.